So the next keyword we are going to learn is parameters.
Okay.
So right keyword for which purpose we are using?
For display the items.
To display the
names.
output in the to display the output in the output screen. Parameters keyword we will use to provide a selection option for the user. For example, I will say parameter name of length 10 type C.
Okay.
Then what it mean is, this is a variable. Instead of name you can give also ABC XYZ, whatever you want you can give instead of name. That is a variable name.
Okay. Okay.
And here this is a length 10. Length 10 means now this variable can accommodate 10.
Array.
C means
Like
character.
an array.
It's not like an array. It's like a variable.
Okay. Okay.
It can store 10 characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So save it.
Okay.
Check it and activate. So what I meant to say is, whenever you use the keyword parameters, you will give an user, you give the user an option of giving the input. So I will execute this. If I execute, see, there is a box coming where you can give something.
Okay.
Okay. This box, this box is called parameter. So this can be created with the keyword parameters, because you have given name. Yeah. So you have given name here in the selection screen. It was coming as a name. If you give here name 1 or something else, if you can give anything here, say I will give P underscore name, then it will also come as P underscore name. That is a variable name.
Yeah.
So this is P underscore name now. So now so this is a 10 character length. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 digits it can accommodate. Okay. So and it is the type C. Type C means character. Character can store alphabets, numerics, special symbols, everything. Character means it can accommodate everything. Okay. So now so now what I will do, I will say write P underscore name. So with this, what will happen? I will save the program, check the program, and activate the program.
It will display the P name.
So here I will give JK initial or something. Give here. Now if I execute, what will come?
I don't know.
In the right statement, what we are giving?
P name. Yeah.
P name. So when actually this is a P name. Whatever I am giving, that will be there in a P name. And if you execute, that will come. That will come because we are writing the P name, so that is coming. You are getting.
Okay.
So the input whatever we are giving, that is there in, that will be stored in P underscore name. Okay. And when you say write P underscore name, that will come. Say for example, here I will give Vinod. Vinod will be stored in P underscore name. And if program is saying write P underscore name, that means it's writing Vinod.
Yeah.
Okay. So you understood, right? The parameter concept. Parameter will give you an option to enter in the selection screen. So now if you look into the program has 3 screens. First one is this is called ABAP editor. This is called selection screen, where user will give the input, and this is the output. This is the output. So there are 3 screens in your program. Every program will have 3 screens. The 3 screens are ABAP editor, selection screen, and
the output screen.
Output screen. There are 3 screens.
Yeah.
So here what I am giving is type parameters is a keyword, P underscore name is a variable, type again is a keyword, C is a data type. So I repeat, parameter
Okay.
is a keyword. This is what it is. This is variable. You can give any name.
Variable. Yeah.
This is
Type is the
type,
keyword
and
that.
type is again keyword, and C is the data type. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are some data types already defined in ABAP language. Say for example, if I give I means system understand that P underscore name will hold integer values. I means integer. Okay. Integer means what?
Yeah.
Save it, check it.
Numbers.
Yeah, good. Integer means numbers. So whenever you are giving an integer, don't specify the length in brackets. No need to specify the length in brackets. Check it now. Activate.
Yes, sir.
And execute. Now, can I give Vinod? Can I give Vinod in the input?
No, you cannot give.
We cannot give Vinod in the input. You can only give the numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
If I am trying to type Vinod also, it will not come. It will not come. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can only type 1, 2, 3, 4 some numbers only you can type because it is integer.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So I will say 1, 2, 3, 4 execute. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will be printed. Okay. So like this, SAP has some predefined data types. So now I am going to tell you about the predefined data types. What are all SAP like? You can give I here, you can give C here. Similarly, you can give N here. So like that, what are all the SAP has the data types? Let us see. So these are all called predefined data types.
Okay.
SAP has the following predefined data type. First one is C. C means character. Okay. So length.
Okay, sir.
So length specification is required. Length specification in the sense, if you are giving something in a C, so how to declare means you need to declare like this. You need to declare parameters or something. A, B, C, or some variable name, variable of length, some ten type C. This is how you can declare. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And default value.
Yeah.
Default value is space for character. So now this is the first data type. So then I'm going to give the second data type. Second data type is I. I means integer.
Okay.
So length specification is not required. You can declare something like var type I. So this is how you will declare. Default value is 0. That means what I'm saying is, if it is character, if the variable is declared as a character,
yeah,
save, check and activate, execute your program. It is giving only one digit. Okay, you need to mention the length here, then only the length will come. Otherwise it will consider length as only 1. If you give length 10, it will give you 10 spaces. Okay, and fine. Whatever you are giving input here, that is coming as a output, right? So now I won't give any input.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the output? Space, nothing, right?
No,
so
nothing
this
is
is
there.
what so the default value
Default is space.
Space, that is what I'm saying. Okay. Next one. If you declare some variable as I, then
Okay.
length specification is not required. So if I say it as I,
Automatically
length,
the size of.
yeah, automatically it will take the size. Okay, so here if I give 1, 2, 3, 4, the output is coming as 1, 2, 3, 4. If I don't give anything,
Okay.
what will come? Default value is 0
0.
for integer. 0 for integer. Okay.
Yeah.
So next, the next data type is D. D means date. Okay, otherwise we'll go for numeric. Date will come later. The next item you can learn is N. N is numeric. N stands for numeric. For this, length specification is required. Length specification you should give for this. You give the length as 5 or 6 or 7, whatever you want, you can give. Save, check and activate. Now execute your program. Now I'll give here, numeric will hold only the numbers. It cannot hold any characters or any special symbols. So I'll give here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I don't give anything,
Okay.
the default value is 5 zeros.
Okay.
Why 5 zeros? Because the
Because
length
we have given 5.
Yeah, length we have given 5, so it is coming 5 zeros. So now for example I'll give 1, 2. 1, 2 is my input. What is the output?
1, 2. 0, 0, 0, 1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 2. Total 5 spaces it should fill. So it will fill the remaining spaces with a 0 and other spaces with a number, whatever you have given in the input. Okay. So let us come to our understanding is numeric. So this is N. N means numeric.
Numeric.
Length specification required. You can declare a variable type N like this. You can declare the default value is something like length times 0, so many zeros.
Okay, sir, I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. So then we'll come to the next data type. The next data type is D. D stands for date.
Okay.
So what I told, I can give here anything. So instead of p underscore name, I'll give here p underscore date. Don't give length specification. Don't give length specification for the date.
Okay.
So save it, check it. Here what I should give, p underscore. Here also I'll give date. Check it, activate. Now execute your report. So by default you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spaces I am getting. So
DD, MM, 4
which
wise.
one? Yeah, DD, MM, 4 wise, and with the separators. Maybe DD, MM will be separated by a dot or slash or some hyphen. So the date will be something like this. See, I'll give here 0, 1, 12, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0. So it is, the separator is dot. So 0, 1, 12, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0 I'll give. So that's why it is having 10 digits. 2 digits for date, 2 digits for month, 4 digits for year, and 2 separators, so 10 digits. So now I'll execute. When I execute, what it is saying? 0, 1, 12, 2010 it was given. Without separators it was giving. Okay?
Yeah.
So when I don't give anything, what is the default value?
0101.
8 zeros.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay,
So
okay.
now, so D stands for date. So length specification is not required. How you will declare?
Not required.
Some variable type
Variable type
D.
and D.
D.
Yeah.
So what is the default value? Default value is
8 zeros.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many have been? 6, 7, 8. I need to put 2 more zeros. And similarly here also for numeric, you should specify the length, right? I'll
Yeah.
do like this. Fine. Then next data type is time. Time. I can change the variable name here to anything.
Okay.
Save it. Check. Activate. Execute. So for the time also the length specification is not required. It is coming like 0000 is separated by colon. And if you execute, the default value will be 6 zeros. Okay. So the first 00 stands for hours, minutes, seconds.
Minutes and seconds.
Yeah. So the next data type is time. You can declare variable type T. So this is the default value.
Okay.
Then let us go and see the next data type. The next data type is F.
F stands for?
F stands for floating. Have you heard of floating?
Yeah.
Floating means what? Which one?
Floating means it's a point, point 0.5 like that.
Okay, but here actually parameters does not support the floating. Parameters keyword does not support the floating. So we will come to this. We will come to this later. So we need to check with the floating, and then one more. Yeah. So now the other data types I will tell you with the data declarations. Wait. What I will do is I'll just put here. So till now we have discussed some 5 data types.
Predefined.
Yeah, predefined 5 data types. There are still more data types are pending. So let me tell you one small program. After that, I will come into the other data types. Okay.
Okay.
See, now I want to create a small program to add 2 numbers. I want to add 2 numbers and to display the sum.
Okay.
I want to create a small program. The user will give 2 inputs. That means he will give 2 numbers, number 10 or 20, say for example. I want to add those and I want to display as the output. How to do this? I will say parameters.
Parameters.
P1. Give any name. P1. Type I. Type I. Integer. Okay.
Yeah.
Comma. Because I want to give 2 parameters, I am separating it by comma. Whenever you are trying to separate it, put a comma. So P2.
Why can't we write in first line itself?
Yeah, you can write, not a problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So you can write here also. If you want to put it here, you can write. Okay. So I have created 2 parameters. After that, I want to add 2 parameters. Now P1 you will give some value, P2 also you will give some value, right? I will save it, check it, and activate. In the output screen you will get 2 boxes, right? Assume that in the P1 you give some value, in the P2 you will give some value. Now I want to add P1 plus P2. I need to put in, after summing, I need to put somewhere, right? So for that I will declare a variable. For that I will declare a variable. Variable will be declared with the keyword data. Data, say I will say P3 type I.
Okay.
So what is the difference between data keyword and parameter keyword is, when you give something in a when you declare something in a parameter keyword, it will display in the selection screen for input. Okay. Whenever you declare data, this is just a variable. It will not display in your selection screen. So now if I execute the program, P3 you cannot see in the selection screen, but P3 is available in your program as an integer. So data keyword you will use just to declare a variable. Okay.
Okay.
So now what I will do, So now what I will do
background
is
variable.
P3 is equal to, that means this is specific to our program. P3 is equal to P1 plus P2. So what I'm trying to do here, P1 user will give something, P2 also user will give something. I will add those and put it in P3.
Okay.
Okay. And after that I will say write P3.
Okay.
So remember one point here, P1, P2 and P3, these are called
variables.
Operands is equal to plus are called operators. So that means whatever the arithmetic symbols are there, no? Arithmetic symbols, plus, minus, divisions, symbol, these symbols are called
operators.
And other variables are called operands. P1, P2, these are the variables, right? So these are the operands. Okay. So now every time your left hand side, your right hand side content will be executed and it will be given to your left hand side content. Say for example, if I write this statement means add P1 and P2, then put the sum into P3. That is what. Okay. So then I am writing P3. So every time your execution will be like this. Add the right hand side thing, that means do the right hand side whatever you mention and put it into the left hand side variable. And then write P3. Now I will execute this program. Execute this program. I'll say give some 12 in the and 13 here and execute. The sum is coming with a 25. And one more important point is, in ABAP, whenever you are giving operators and operand, always give one space between operator and operand. Don't give like this. If you give like this, it's an error.
Okay.
Leave a space between each operand and each operator. Fine. So now you understand this program how to do sum. So now in the output, what I want is, my requirement is sum is coming up, but here before this I want sum is 57. I want literal. The sum is 57. How to do this? In the right statement.
Single quote.
In single quotes.
Single column.
You give
sum
sum is and put a comma. So because these are two, this is a literal and this is a variable. So whenever you are giving a literal, put it in single quotes. Whenever you are giving a variable, no need to put a single quote. No need to put it in a single quote. Don't put single quote for variable. Activate. Execute. So the sum is it's giving the sum, actual sum. It's put it. Fine. So now let me go to the next data type. For the time being, I will comment this. So the next data type, I will say F.
What you did now, sir?
I have commented. Commented means, see, I have given a star. Star, see, every line now has a star in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
If you put a star symbol at the beginning of the line, that means this code is no more valid. This will not be there. This is just for your comments. That means you can write something which is not executable. It's not executable. Okay. Fine. So now I will declare a variable now. So data P3 type F, and let us see. So now it is giving a syntactically correct. Okay. But you cannot declare a floating with the parameter keyword. You cannot declare floating. With the data keyword, you can declare floating. Okay. So save it, check it, and activate. No default length specification is required for the floating. Say for example, if you want to give here some 10, it's giving error. So it can see what it is saying. F can only have the length specification of 8. Please remember this. So if you want to give a length specification for floating, give the length specification of 8. Okay? If you don't give also, that means if you don't specify 8 also, system will take care. System will define by default 8 digits. System will allocate 8 digits for floating point. So now the next thing is, I will say floating point, and then
F is coming in the small letter.
No. Letter, it's not case sensitive. You can give a capital F also. Okay. So I will say write P3. What is my output? Did I have given any value to P3?
No.
No. So what is the output? That is the default output, right? For character, the default output is space. For numeric, the default output is 0, 0, 0. For integer, see. Now for the floating, so this is the default output. Yeah, so 0, 0, 0, 0, exponent plus 0, 0. Okay, so this is the default output. So now you can mention here the next data type is float. Length specification is not required. You can declare it like variable type F. Default value is this one. Next, let us test the next data type. The next data type is P. P stands for packet decimal. P stands for packet decimal. Okay. So I will give P3 type P, some variable name type P. Decimals 2. Okay, if I give like this, 2 decimal points will come. So save it, check it, activate, and execute. So 2 decimal points are coming. This is a normal value, this is a number, the integer or whatever you will give, and these are the decimal values. Okay, so this is how you can declare a packet decimal. Packet decimal will have a, you can declare the number of decimals. You can control the decimals, whether it to be 2 or 3 or 4, how many decimal places you want, so that you can control. So I'll say the next description, packed decimal. length specification not required. The maximum length it will take will be 16. If you give some 18 or something, it will give, see what it will. So see what it is saying.
1 to
For
16
type P, a length specification of 1 to 16 is allowed. So length specification maximum you can give 16 here. Okay.
Yes,
so length specification I'll say max 16. For float, what is the length specification? So if you give or will not give, it will take 8 as the length specification. Yeah. And how you will declare? Variable type P decimals 2 or 3 or whatever. Then what is your output? Your output should looks like this. This is your output. Default output is this one. Then the next one, type X. X stands for X string.
Yeah. X string.
X stands for X string, X string. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, wait. X I need to give here. X string I need to write here. X string. So X string is generally used to store the hexadecimal values. Hexadecimal values it will store. Please make a note. So you can declare something like variable type X string. You can write like this. If I execute, the default value is 2 zeros.
Okay.
The next data type is string, string, string. String means
what
string
is the
only.
length of this thing? X string?
For X string, length specification is not required.
Yeah, but the default length is 2.
Default length is 2, yes. Okay, so there is something called string. You can declare string as variable type string, string. Default value will be space. Say for example, I will say string string. Save it. Check it.
This string, X string, P and all, we cannot give in the parameters.
Yeah, these we cannot give in a parameters.
Yeah.
So the default value is space. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So these are the predefined data types.
What is the length of this?
Length is infinite. You can say infinite or length. Infinite in the sense, see, string means it can store dynamically the number of variables based on the input. Say for example, your string is having some 40 characters. It can store all the 40 characters. If it is having only 10 characters, it will store the 10 characters or something like that. Okay. Yeah. So this is these are the different predefined data types which are available in ABAP language, using which you can declare the variables. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. So we'll stop here today. So now today what we learned is how to create very small program.
Yeah.
How to add 2 numbers, how to create that program, and what are the different predefined data types which are available in SAP. So now what I will suggest you is create some small programs. Take the user ID and password. That is your first duty, to collect the user ID and password, from the
Okay.
management, and then after collecting it, go and create the program. You should also need to take a developer access key.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
they will also give the developer access key. So what will happen? So here when you click on create, here when you enter into SE38, click on create. No,
Okay.
what will happen?
Yeah.
If you, after initial when you click on create, it will ask for a developer access key. For the first time
Okay.
when you are logging in, it will ask for a developer access key. So then you need to
Okay,
give
sir.
the developer access key. Later on it won't ask,
Okay.
because I'm using
Okay.
this user
Developer
ID for
access key I need to get. Yeah.
developer
I
access
need to
key. You
get from
can,
management.
yeah, you need to get from the management, developer access key, user ID and password.
Okay,
So
sir.
once you get this, try to create one small program.
Okay.
So how you will create a program? Come to SE38, enter the program name, click on create. For the first
Yeah.
time, you need to enter the developer access key. Then the remaining process is common. Then
Okay.
what will happen next? From the next time onwards, it won't ask the developer access key.
Yes, sir.
And you try to create some small program to subtract two numbers or multiply two numbers. Can you do it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can do it.
yeah, and you try to put some variables and try to distribute among the screen, give some horizontal spacing, vertical spacing, try to practice those scenarios. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you keep practicing today. Maybe we'll meet in the next class tomorrow. Fine.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Tomorrow also same timing, no?
Yeah, same time. It will
You
be
will come
around.
here or?
That actually the thing is, today I thought here some more people are going to come, so that's why I came here. So I don't know exactly. As per management decision, I may be here or maybe in Jayanagar. I will be somewhere, but our class will be running. Okay. Yep.
Okay, sir.
Fine then.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm closing the meeting. Yeah.
Yes, sir.